All right, what's up, y'all? Just wanted to do a quick update on this account that I was going to use my stimulus check for. As you guys know, stimulus checks are basically in thin air. Neither side really wants to budge, and they're basically on the complete opposite sides of the court. Nobody wants to take any steps in, so we're basically stuck here. So what I wanted to do here is just show you guys basically what my plan is, and I'm just doing it now. This is my account right here. I've already taken money out. I have a long-term portfolio in another brokerage account. So this is basically my account that I'm using strictly for this method. Before I show you guys anything, I am not a financial advisor or a licensed professional. None of this is advice. I'm just showing you guys what it is I'm going to be doing with my money. So if you guys want to invest in the stock market, invest at your own risk. So now that that's out the way, I just want to show you guys basically what I'm doing. So I remember in the last two videos I had put up this, I had shown you guys basically the accounts that I have with open balances. I did this last time too. Basically, these are the accounts that I have with open balances, and I'm going to be using the stock market to supplement what I already pay on these. So I have a regular job, work 9 to 5 just like everybody else. I pay bills with that income, and this using the stock market is just me using the money that I make in the market to supplement those monthly bills. So this is just an addition to what I'm already paying. That's just going to help me pay these off that much faster, which it already has. From the last video that I posted, I actually was able to close this balance. So now I don't owe anything on this account, and now I'm on to the next one. And basically, these are the only strategies that I've been using to get there. So the more money you have, the more money that you can make per trade, but you don't need a lot of money to even begin. And basically, it's that simple. You only need $100 to $200. If you have $100, $200, $300, you can do this. It's very easy. And anybody that has money in their savings accounts just sitting there, you're going to make so much more money doing it this way versus just having it in your account. I looked up, the average rate of interest on a savings account, 0.1%, which is complete trash. You know what I'm saying? Right here it says, in simple words, if you have $1,000 at 1% interest, you're going to make $10 in 1 year for having $1,000 in a savings account. And you can make $10 in a week, and you don't even need $1,000 to do it. You need $100, $200, or $300, whatever it is. But that's all you need to make $10 a week. You multiply that by 52, you're making $520 versus 10 just holding it in your savings account. So to me, it's a no-brainer. And that's why I started getting into the stock market, because I noticed that there's a lot more opportunities to make money, to grow this account in the process, and I'm just going to get to my financial free day that much faster. And basically, credit spreads is going to be the way to go. So that's what you do that's the main strategy with small accounts. So if you do decide, like I said, this isn't advice, this isn't I'm not a licensed professional or anything like that, but if you do decide to get into this, you go on Robinhood, you open up an account. You want to go to account and settings to enable options. That's the way that you can open up spreads, option trading. You want to enable this and get to level 3. And then once you have level 3, basically credit spreads. So I'm going to be opening one up today, probably a little bit later. It's still early. I got about an hour and a half. I usually like to wait till the end of the day just to see what the stock market is doing. This right here, it's only up $1. This thing doesn't move too much, but for some reason this week it went up like $7, which is completely absurd. So this thing's been moving, but it's been moving up, and I have it open over here too on TradingView. And this is basically this is June 20th. So since let's say July 1st, as you can see, it's been going up and up and up. So credit spreads, you can play up or down. It doesn't really matter. That's one of the beautiful things about spreads is you don't need to be right. You don't need to be completely right. You just need to be, kind of right. And that's why this is not gambling. Because gambling, you put $20 on the table and now it's out of your control. You're just hoping that it goes in your favor. Here, you're not hoping, because as I can show you, I would do selling puts, and I'm not going to get too into detail about how all of this works and all of that, but basically I'm just going to give you a rundown of selling credit spreads, and you guys can take the weekend to just look up any YouTube video about credit spreads, and there's a lot of videos out there that describe in complete detail how this works. But what I would do is, when you're selling puts, you're just saying that you think the market's going to go down. But when you do credit spreads, when you sell a credit spread, you want the market to go anywhere except below your number. So right now it's at 349. As you can see today, it only moved $1. So we just needed to move, no more than $3 or $4 between now and Monday. So August 31st, Monday, it's at 349. I would just be like, I don't think it's going to reach 344. That's a $5 move in one day, which is very unlikely. And this number right here tells me what's the chance of me profiting off of this right here. 89%. So if I was to get this right here, you want to sell an expensive one and buy the cheaper one. Let me close this. So I'm going to sell the one closer to the strike price, buy the one further away, and that's going to net me $5, $6. So basically what I'm doing is I'm saying I don't think the market's going to reach this number by Monday. And if it doesn't, then I'll get the full amount, $6. And this told me right here, what's the chance of me making my whole $5? It's 89%. You go to the casino, first of all, the house always has an edge, so you're already less than 50% chance of winning. I'm already at 90% chance of getting this. So what I'll do is I buy one contract, credit is $5, review my order, and what they're going to do is they're going to hold $100. So in order to do this exact trade, you need $100 in your account, which maybe to some people is a lot of money, but if you save up enough, or you save over the long term, you can get $100, throw it in here, and you can do this. So basically what this is they're holding $100, and that $100 is just basically in like an escrow account. And if this price was to drop below 343, 344, then they're going to use this money to pay the difference between this. That's where the 100 comes from. It's the difference between this. This is $1 move. Each contract controls 100 shares. So that's going to be $100. You multiply $1 by 100, that's $100. So you have an 89% chance of making $5. 10% chance that it actually goes down here. So 10% chance, completely slim. That's why this is a low risk trade. And that's $5 that I'm going to make on Monday. Then come Monday or Tuesday, I can go to the next day, the next expiration date, and do the exact same thing, make me another $5. So that's about $10 to $15 in 1 week I could make, versus this savings thing right here. If you have $1,000 in your savings account with 1% interest, which is lower right now because of the pandemic and all that, you're making $10 a year for $1,000. So you need to have $1,000 in your account to make $10 in 1 year. Where in the stock market, you only need $100 to make $15 a week. $15 a week times 52 weeks. Oh, snap. $15 a week. You're making $780 that year just by doing this. And that's only with $100. So $100, get you $15. If you have $300 and you do it with $300, 15 times 3, you're making, what the hell am I doing? 15 times 3, $45 a week. Multiply that by 52. Now you're making $2,300 a year. You know what I'm saying? And that's money that you can put towards anything. You can save that money and go on a nice vacation next year that you didn't have to really save any money for, because your $100 is still there. Like, you still have all this money, and you made more money. You took $100 and made $2,000 in a year. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? You could save it for vacation, pay off a credit card, use it as a down payment on a car. There's so many things you can do with the money, and it's still there when you're done. So Iron Condor is a little bit more advanced, but it's essentially 2 credit spreads put together. So like I said, take the weekend, watch a bunch of videos on this stuff, figure out if this is something that you even want to get into. This is what I'm doing. I was going to use the check, but obviously it's taken way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I already basically have been doing it but I'm just going to go ahead and continue doing it, but I'm going to be documenting it now. So this right here is a play that I have open. It expires today. It is red, but it says plus 34 because I got paid $35 for this play, and once it expires, I'll get the full 35. I'll keep my shares, and next week I can do the same thing. So this right here was selling premium and covered calls, selling naked puts and covered calls. So I'm not going to get into that in this video. I'll make another video to explain my process on this, and I'll actually execute the trade on video so you guys can see exactly how it works. And I'll probably do that sometime next week. But in the meantime, you know, it's all about the credit spreads. And that's basically it. And you guys will see, I'll make a video also next week, probably on Monday, of me opening up a credit spread. So you guys can also see exactly how that works and how I'm doing it, and how you can see that you don't need hundreds of dollars to do it, as I had just shown on this one. So that's basically it. Just a quick video updating. Since the last video, I was able to close this account balance. So now I don't owe anything on this balance. I mean, on this account. So now I'm on to the next one. And basically, my game plan, I'm going to try to get this up to like $5,000 or $6,000 before I dive into my next one. So I'm taking the entire month of September, and all the money that I make in the market, I'm just going to leave it in the market. And then come October, I'm going to start knocking both of these off. So once these are both paid off, then I'm going to do my whole reward system. You know, buy me something nice, or I might just take this money and do what I'm doing in September and just keep doing the same systems, but keep the money in here. And if you guys, you know, want to follow along, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys can get updated every time a video is posted. Make sure you like the video so you can help me out. But this is basically it. And I have a journal. I created an Excel spreadsheet so I know exactly how much money I'm making from each. So I have one for my regular stuff, which is a little bit more risky. I'm not going to get into that at all on this account, but this is my premium. This is my premium sheet. So I have 2 accounts open that I'm doing it on. I'm just focusing on the Robinhood. So I made $35 that I'm going to be making, as you guys saw here, once the day closes, because it's not going to go above 18.5. So I'm straight there, $35 in my pocket. Then I did an Iron Condor earlier, 110. I actually closed this. So I closed this just because I don't like to leave things till expiration. Just, I don't know, I just have a thing. And I actually made $80 off of it. So at the end of this, and that was just this, I just started this thing this week just so I can start the channel and this at the same time. Keep complete tabs, complete openness. This is going to be a no. So I got my whole 35. I could put the zeros. I don't need the zeros. There's no zeros involved in this. So at the end of this week, I'm not going to include what I did Monday and Tuesday. So at the end of this week, my total income was $115. You know what I'm saying? So I made $115 this week just doing these strategies. So what I would do, what I've been doing is taking 60% out and leaving 40% in. So $69, I'm going to withdraw, put it in my account, put it towards one of these things right here. You know what I mean? And the remaining money is going to stay in my account. It's going to stay here. So I'm slowly building this account up, and I'm also slowly wiping out my debt. And this 60-40, I think I saw it somewhere on here. I was reading some stuff about, you know, paying yourself and collecting profit, and basically doing both saving for long term and short term. So that's basically what I'm doing. So next week I'll have a whole new log and I'll update you guys on all of that. Like I said, take the weekend, look up covered calls, iron condors, credit spreads. Credit spreads is the one that you have to know first before doing iron condors. Where am I going? So credit spreads first and foremost. get a hold of that. I'm going to show you guys next week in another video of me opening up a credit spread, probably an Iron Condor, because like you can make more money for the same amount of risk. So you know, you open up one contract, you have to hold $100. If you do an Iron Condor, you're opening up two contracts, but you're still only holding $100 and you're getting more credit for it. So that's basically my two systems that I'm using, and I'll show you guys that. In the meantime, if I do decide to change my game plan, I'll also put that in the video. But for right now, I'm trying to get this account to $5,000, $6,000. Then I'll start paying both of these off, and then I'll probably do the same thing. Try to get the account to like 7, maybe 10,000. It all depends. We'll see. You know, it's always good to reevaluate your systems, your strategies. Just make sure you stick with what your game plan is, so your overall game plan. My overall game plan, use the market to pay these off 60-40. Sometimes maybe I'll even go 100%. You know, it depends. It all depends. But maybe I'll take all 115 of this dollars out just so I can get those things paid off even faster. And then when I do my rewards, then when I go to my reward month, I'll do the 60-40, or I'll just leave it all in there, or I'll do the 60-40, but then when I take the money out, I'm not using it to pay off one of these things. I'm using it to go splurge a little bit, you know, buy me something, reward myself, you know, congratulate myself for accomplishing these tasks, you know, because it's very important that you accomplish tasks and congratulate yourself for doing so. And when you have a game plan, it's so much easier to stick to it. So that's my game plan. Hopefully you guys will follow along. You know, this isn't really me telling you guys what to do or how you guys should invest your money. This is just me showing you guys what I'm doing with mine, and I thought it would be nice to share it with everybody and be able to follow along with me. So take the weekend, watch some videos, learn some new things, and come Monday, I'll have another video for you guys showing you guys what I'm going to be doing. So have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all then. Peace.